So a couple of you have had planned C-section, so let's have a quick chat on the about the planned C-section and how the babies typically are. And I've looked at your quizzes, so I know that this is what you're feeling with them. So a planned C-section baby hasn't actually had the contractions and the delivery to kind of wake them up that they're coming into the world. So I picture it that that baby could have been asleep inside of you, and when they came out, sort of like boom, bam, you're born, you're in the world, and it's bright lights. You know, you're in that theatre. There's people around you, so it's quite a kind of shocking moment for them. So, bam, they take that and they kind of hold on to that that jumpiness. You can say stress, but I quite like the jumpy wired thing. So these are what I call my little espresso babies. So picture you're going to bed and you have 4 espressos. Okay, so you're tired. It's nighttime. It's dark. You know it's bedtime. You know you want to sleep, but your nervous system is jumpy, jump, 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 because you've had too much coffee. That's how I kind of visualize the babies being. They're edgy, they're jumpy. So you have to hold them the whole time. You have to jiggle them the whole time. You have to stroke them. So it's input. They need the input to calm them. So they can't self-settle. So you've got to help them sleep. So then they're on you. They're asleep. You go to put them down and jump. They're awake. Jump, jump, jump. Even when you can get them down, they're jumpy. So most parents are swaddling them. What's the main reason to swaddle a baby? You swaddle them because they're jumpy, and then they jump and wake themselves up. So you're swaddling to help them sleep. So lots of these planned C-section babies will be swaddled. Okay. Also, there'll be a little frog baby like this, all scrunched up, because they're scrunched up inside of you, and then they just come out. So they're like this. These babies, you can see, if you put them on their back, they don't want to stretch out like this. So this will be uncomfortable to them. They'll want to be on their side where they can still lay like this. They might have to come in bed with you because it's softer. So you may be co-sleeping, but you don't want to co-sleep because you're told not to co-sleep. But it might be the only way you can get these babies to sleep. Or you are sitting up, holding the baby like this. You're sitting up all night with them like this. You're holding the baby in the exact position they like. Good for baby, not good for you because you're awake all night. So we have to unwind these babies, and that's what I do with the craniosteopathy. So we're unwinding the babies. Okay, so you've got your physical bit. So I'm going to quickly share my screen here, because what we're talking about here is the baby birth triad. Okay, so we got the delivery here. So yes, planned C-section, but the delivery part is the physical part. So the baby's scrunched like this. We unwind them. We've got the tummy part, which we haven't got onto. That's antibiotics. So are they colicky, refluxy, windy, triggered possibly by antibiotics? How do we fix that? Then you've got the stress. So these planned C-section babies are sort of heavy on that stress section because they're jumpy. So fortunately, the craniosteopathy, which unwinds them, that's also calming. So we have a very calming part. Now, you obviously can do your part with the calming, which is the skin to skin, you know, okay, you've got the shushing, you've got the rocking and all that, but that's not a permanent fix to it. Because okay, you could be like, yes, I can shush my baby and that gets them to sleep all night, but you're shushing them all night. This isn't the fix for them. We've got to actually calm them down. So skin to skin, being calm yourself. Okay, we're getting quite into it here. Being calm yourself is amazing to calm the baby. The baby matches you, your heart rate, your temperature, how stressed you are. baby takes it on. So if you can stay chilled and relaxed, you can pass that on to your baby in a positive way. You must know, I know you know this, because if your baby's kicked off, you're hot, you're sweaty, you're getting agitated. Can you imagine holding your baby? How unsafe that would feel because you're tense. You give your baby to another family member, grandparent or something. They take it, and then boom, baby like stops crying. You're like, what? Where's the magic there? The magic is that they're calm, that they've come to this situation, you're neutral. So that tag teaming with your partner is really helpful. If you're stressed out, give it to partner, you go off, have a bit of a walk, chill out, come back. Totally different ball game, because it's like a stranger can calm your baby, which is bizarre because you're like, hold on, this is a stranger. Why are they calming my baby better than me? It's because they're just calm. That's passing off. So that's how you're calming the stress side of the situation down. In my course, there's a section on calming stress. I mean, I use the physical treatment when babies coming into me, but in the course there is a section on that. So the physical bit, yes, that's a craniosteopathy again. Tummy part, okay. Colic, wind. So the biggest trigger for that is antibiotics. You always get antibiotics at C-section. So we're talking about planned C-section. So if you had a planned C-section, like some of you did, you would have got antibiotics. Now we're going all into all the tummy bacteria stuff here, okay? That alters the gut bacteria in the baby. The altered gut bacteria is what triggers colic, reflux, wind. Right, share screen again. Okay. So, tummy causes, okay. How's your baby's tummy? Colic, wind, they're the obvious one. Lots of watery poos, okay. Like babies had 10 poos a day. Every time they're grunting and groaning, you're getting a little watery sharts coming out, okay. That's a big sign of antibiotics. You could be the other way. The baby could be constipated. So that's because you had the antibiotics at C-section. You might have had more, or baby might have had more. So more tummy issues coming on from there. The baby will get the good bacteria from your breast milk. So it's your actual gut bacteria. Okay, that goes into your breast milk, into the baby, and then in the baby's poo, you can see your gut bacteria in the baby's poo. That's amazing. That's called that's passing it horizontally. It's called horizontal transmission. So that's amazing. So if you're formula feeding, then the baby won't be getting that good bacteria. Okay, so we use probiotics. If your gut bacteria is not that good, for example, if you've got IBS, you might not be passing as much good stuff anyway. So then we still use the probiotics. So we use the probiotic drops for the baby, and then often probiotics for the mum. So she passes those through in the breast milk as well. So kind of double whammy, helping the baby because it's the baby that we want to help, but helping fix the correct passage of the good stuff through. Then we can get into all the different foods that the mum might eat and that kind of stuff, but we're not going to do that here. We'll stick with the easier stuff. I do have all food plans in the course online, loads of stuff, like my little cheat sheet book for foods if you're breastfeeding, how to help you decide which ones are the most windy ones, a list of the most windy ones, a food plan. That's all in the online course as well. And because you're on the webinar, there's a discount on there now, so I'll put that on for a day or so, and also you get to WhatsApp me and then I'll help you out as well. Okay, so the probiotics help the tummy part. So now we're building up how to help your baby holistically. So physically, because it's a planned C-section, we try and unwind them there. Nervous system, calming them, and that's because the planned C-section makes them buzzy. I remember what I was going to say. When the baby's nervous system is buzzy, okay, so they're jumpy, they're buzzy, they self-settle by sucking. Okay, really important. if you're breastfeeding, they'll be using you as a dummy. So if you may not be using a dummy, so the baby will be using you as a dummy, and the feeding can get really painful. So you can be really sore. You've got to use nipple shields and things. You could have a bad supply, good supply, bad supply. That's not you. That's how the baby is. So the baby's buzzy and jittery and using you all the time. Possibly the best time to use a dummy if you're going to give up your breastfeeding because the baby is constantly on you. Using the dummy can be a miracle because then they're not sucking on you. You get a bit of a rest, you heal up, you can get some sleep at night, and then you can persevere with the breastfeeding. So breastfeeding can be more successful because you're calming the baby down in between the feeds. Okay, so I think that's a nice reason to use the dummy, using it as a tool. In the meantime, we're holistically helping your baby. Probiotics for the tummy, cranial sacral, cranial osteopathy. So then your baby's calm. Then they don't need to suck so much. Then you don't have to use the dummy. Then they get a better feed. Okay, so you're snowballing everything. Now, if they are on you all the time sucking, they're probably overfeeding as well. Okay, so then if they overfeed, they can be sick. So they may not have an actual kind of true reflux where there's something problem, where there's an actual problem. They can just be being sick because of overfeeding, because they're snacking, because they're sucking on you, so they're taking milk on and they're not hungry. So snacky, not hungry. Is your baby like that? I know it's because I got the quiz and I've asked you some of the questions. Okay, so you see how you're putting this all together in a holistic way to help your baby. So we're using the Baby BirthType, which is just something I kind of invented from the naturopathic triad, which I learned at college as a naturopath. So it's now the Baby BirthType. Physical, stressy, buzzy side, and then the tummy. All babies will have a little bit in all of those, but some will be bigger on one. And the planned C-section babies are quite big on that stressy, buzzy side. Okay, so they've got to be calm them down. And they'll have antibiotics. And then the physical bit is unwinding the little froggy babies. So if you've got my course, this is all on YouTube as well. You just got to find the videos on YouTube. It's a bit trickier. The course is laid out easier. And with the course, I'll help you on WhatsApp as well. So my phone, when you buy that, my phone number's in there. We'll just WhatsApp. So you want to watch little froggy baby, little espresso baby. If you've had a couple of babies, maybe your baby could have the strong neck. They could be a little meerkat baby. If they were sitting low inside you for quite a long time, then they'll have the strong neck and the froggy legs. So that's a little combo baby. But read the meerkat baby. They're super hard to breastfeed as well. They're most common from a traumatic delivery where the baby's got stuck. Okay, so we'll talk about that another time. This is the little planned C-section baby section. Right, I hope this helped, and we'll get on to the next questions. But again, loads on YouTube. Loads, so Calming Colic on YouTube, calmingcolic.com, the website is all on there, and then I'll put a link here for the course if you want my kind of personal help, and then I'll guide you around all the videos. So there's 100 videos. There's a lot of videos. You don't have to watch them all. If you're breastfeeding, you watch the breastfeeding videos. Look at the breastfeeding ebook. If you had a planned C-section, watch the planned C-section one. But I can help guide you through that because on WhatsApp, you'll tell me about your delivery again, and I'll tell you which ones to watch. And it works really quite nicely because I'm seeing babies all day. I've got to go off and see some babies now. But I can kind of jump on WhatsApp in between in an evening. So actually it works out better than trying to find a slot to come and see me because, or sort of Zoom call out because I'm booked for like 6 weeks or something. So this WhatsApp allows me to jump on quicker. Right, okay, right, thank you. I'm going to start the recording of this section and then we'll get on to the next delivery types.